Hello guys, I'm back with another episode of GamersGoMakers. So, where I left off, I just made Ye Olde Bandicoot Rescue, and I might make another similar game. Oh, there must have been a trend that I'll add, come on, yep. Cyberpunk, so I guess I'm going to be making a Cyberpunk game. It seems like I have, the UI's changed quite a lot. This is the sequels area, I believe, so I can now actually sequel games, and why that's a separate button is it will benefit my profits based on the original game. So for now, I'm going to leave that be until I make a pretty good game. So, Cyberpunk is currently the trend, and that is just a... what's the word? That's just a story. So actually, I think I'm going to leave it until we get a genre coming up. And important thing to note, there actually wasn't going to be a video up today for the first time in a long time. Oh gosh, there was a strong trend for school games. Okay. There actually wasn't going to be a video up today because... not because I didn't want to make a video, but because I've had stomach flu for a while now, and it's gotten worse, so... actually hard to, but I want to keep getting into things. So, education. I believe that's a school game. There's a very strong trend for school games. I assume that just means educational, so I'm just going to go with it. Let's publish for the IMB PC, and let's generate a game. I'll be right back with you. Okay, so I had a slight issue in that alt tabbing screwed me again. Basically, it generated a nice kid-friendly name called Blazing Puppy Ultra, which I'm just going to go with because it sounds extreme, even for an education game. So, let's go with that. And yeah, basically by alt tabbing issues, I mean, I clicked on this game, but it didn't exactly register the clicks, so I went back on here when I tried backspacing the name. Doesn't matter. Okay, so this is interesting. I've never made an education game. I don't know what you need in an education game. The hell do you need in an educational game? It seems so arbitrary. Graphics to impress the children. Gameplay. Engine is pretty much never needed. Sound, world design. I'm just throwing things in here at random. I have no idea what's going on. Actually, content design's probably important. Game writing should be important because it's educational. I'm getting very confused very quickly here. So, there shouldn't even be an AI in this kind of game, I'm thinking. So with that, up that, and this is probably going to be the worst game I've ever released. Ever. So, I'm making a game that I have no idea what people want in this world out of, so it's probably just going to be a flop. But hopefully, the children are silly and stupid. So the game currently hits children. It's an educational game, so I think I have to hit everyone, right? Okay, weirdly enough, they allow sexual content to be higher than the violence. I'm just going to leave that hanging there. And there's currently a cyberpunk thing going on, so can I hit that? It doesn't look like I can hit that. Oh, did I accidentally hit Ice Age? I mean, I want to put a trend in, right? Cartoon. Children love cartoons. Let's put some money behind that. Cartoons. Okay guys, so it's actually kind of worth noting, just as casual talk, well, you know, the percentage goes up, nothing really happens during that anyway. I've started work on the game dev tycoon kind of game that I spoke about. I actually started generating the office, and I'm doing that with voxels, and the game is looking pretty neat in my opinion. I'll probably show a little bit of an asset of what the office looks like. It's incomplete, and is also not in engine yet, so it won't look too terrific, but it is pretty neat, and I like it. So the reason I'm making a game like that, though, is for one, I want programming practice, I want to get better at programming, as well as YouTubing every single day, because I want that to be a serious hobby of mine. I want to get into it, I want people to watch me, I want people to enjoy watching me. That is, I think, what a lot of people aspire to have. Go for them. But I also want to secure programming potential, because I enjoy making games, I love designing games, and I've designed a lot of things on paper for this game dev tycoon kind of game that neither GamersGoMakers nor Game Dev Tycoon kind of have going for them. It's going to have sweet things from a lot of different tycoon kind of games that I think all belong in it. And obviously, I'm trying to fix up on things that I think are missing from these kinds of games. So my game just finished and it says, congratulations, you just made your 10th game and earned some reputation. Reputation, I believe, is just like, you know, if you say the name EA, you know who EA is, you know what Origin is, etc. I think it's just basically saying people now just know a bit more. Like, that's a horrible way to word it. People know about you a lot more now that you've made 10 games. If somebody mentions you, it's much more likely they're like, yeah, I know that guy. I know that company. Okay, so this score is horrible. I'm probably going to get like a 54 or something. Okay, a 62, 63. That's not too bad. That is not too bad. It looks like I could have taken a single point away from sound and put it into anything. So, if I just grab my paper, I will make a cut and see what I can improve. Okay, that should kind of do it. I just wrote down 3 things I think should change. So we got a E for everyone rating, and I don't know if this game is even going to sell well at all, or even make us lose all of our fans because of the bad rating. Game Farts won the Game of the Month award. Okay, I'm glad that won the Game of the Month award. There's no training I can do, so I think I'm just going to rush out another game. I might as well make a sequel of the game I just made and see, just, you know, can I make it better? I'm more curious on if I can improve it than anything else. I don't actually want... Wait, these are the current trends. Casual. I didn't know that was there all the time. I guess we might as well make a casual game quickly. The trend must have just come up. Yep, light trend for casual games. So let's make a casual game. I would like to point out casual is not a goner. But let's let this game believe in what it wants to believe in. I mean... I could publish on the 7400, but I don't have the money to pay for the license. The license is getting more and more expensive in a bit of a lame way. This cost 50k, the 75, and now this 100k. That's a really lame progression in the license and a little lazy from the dev, but okay. It works. So I think I'm just going to publish on this because I have the licensing for it, I have the rights to do it, and I'm going to generate a game name and be right back again. Okay, this isn't going to fit in the name, but I really, really like the thought of this game. Post-apocalyptic Sudoku competition. Where it's just the world is ending, or the world has almost ended. Well, it's ended as we know it at the very least. And everyone is having a Sudoku competition to decide who gets food. And only they will live. It's a very intense thing. So let's just say PA for post-apocalyptic. And then people will know. And Sudoku competition. I put a space in there again. Believe in me. Okay, so this is going to be a thing, and now I have no idea what these notes I wrote down earlier are good for. I think the shorthanded thing to say is nothing, which would be true, and you would be right. So, casual game... It's so vague! There's a lot of different types of casual games, so I'm not sure what on earth I need to rank up. The safe thing is to keep everything at least above 1, or keep things at 2, and raise a few things. But the thing is, it's so vague that I have no idea what do I need to improve. Is it like a casual game based on an RPG? Is it a casual shooter? Is it a casual... What is it? I don't know! But I'm making the game anyway because I'm whining and not doing anything about it because I am what is wrong with this world, I'm sorry. So let's make it for teenagers. Raise... I think there's the good point. I like this point. Let's do that. I don't think there is any trend for stories right now, so I'm just going to not have a story. Because I don't want to waste money. I have like no money. Literally, my money is my income right now. In general, this is one of my worst games I've ever played, but I did come back after a very long break to come back and play this game, so I think that's fair. In Activision, I actually really like that joke, won the Game of the Month award, August 1984, for its action beat-em-up game, Prince. It would be a good time to mention. Rest in peace, Prince. Whoa, careful now, you don't appear to have any money. Okay, that's pleasant. My expenses are literally more expensive than how my educational game is selling. It is selling like nothing. New research available. Patch. Does it mean I can patch in expansion packs? I've forgotten, to be honest. I would kind of like if that's the case. Also, I just went to negative money again, so yeah, my rent. My game income literally doesn't even pay my rent. That is incredibly depressing and down to earth. And by down to earth, I would just mean like way too that's so sad. Funny Games just released a great simulation sports game for IMB PC called Skateboarders. Okay. No Tony Hawks. Yet. It will happen. I am Mike Hawk and I will make sure that my brother rises to glory. And I just realized that sentence really didn't come out how I expected it to. It looks like I should raise explicit language a little higher on my games. It looks like people want that for some reason. Okay. I'll just take their word for it and see how this game does when it comes out. Okay. The game just released and I got another level. I think I'm going to put that into Game Engine. Pretty important in everything. Reputation gained 5,200. For what? Oh, for making 5 games on this thing. The 50... It's not 5,200 enthusiasm gained. I'm a 5,200 enthusiast. That is extremely confusing. Greatly damn confusing. But that is good. And Game Engine leveled up because I just leveled it, obviously. But then also level design leveled up on its own from the points from making the game. I really like that. Now, I am broke as hell, so I can't afford to pay for any advertising. This game is just going to come out and I'm going to hope people like it. It's probably going to be garbage though, because I had very little to work with. What does casual mean? Yep. That did horribly. Apparently the most important thing is what I left out, so... that is bad. I think, for the final thing I'm going to do, is I am going to fix this. I'm going to write down what this needs, and I'm going to make another casual game. I don't care if I hit the trend or not. I want to see what the hell they mean. What is a casual game? What do you consider a casual game? So, let's get that going. So I've started development on that game I just mentioned, and I think this will do a little better. Took away from scripting, game writing, and gameplay, and put them into graphics, level design, and user interface. I think that is what I needed to do. So I think this is the balance people like with my games. So I don't even have enough money to support other languages. I'm just going to have to write everything in my native language and sell it as that, instead of getting translators to work on the game with me. Casual games trying to side out. I spoke of this already. I do not care. So, Game of the Year. The Games of the Year awards are coming up, and these are the nominees. I don't know if any of these games are mine. They do not appear to be. No, that is quite sad. Oh, I guess you can actually look on the right, and these are the companies that made them, so you can actually check it that way. I like that. So, I kind of dislike that I can never kind of hit those trends, but I think the things will go better now. I don't think I'll ever get a Game of the Year, though, sadly. I might get a nomination at some point in this playthrough if I don't die of bankruptcy, you know, being unable to feed myself and then I just die of hunger in my own house. The Gamers Convention is coming up. Would you like to come? No, how about no? Yeah, how about no? The minimum budget is 30,000. Last time I went there, I think I got like 5 vans to add to my 3,400. I do not find that very worth it. Blizz Entertainment won the Game of the Month award. Who's giving out these Game of the Month awards? Feels like a thing that really doesn't matter much. And I have a lot of research available and a lot of training available. So I think after I end the episode, I'm just going to do those if I have the money to. And then I'll come back with some gameplay next episode. I'm trying to be entertaining, but I don't think my episodes are a game. Sadly. I don't know if I can make that happen, I'm sorry. Okay, Tell Cock, that's even worse. Vision just... Stop moving the text as I'm reading it. Tell Cock, I give up. I'm not reading it anymore. It's forsaken me. With another advertisement from their own company, so that's terrific. And they got a Game of the Month award as well. I think this list is just going to be filled with Game of the Month awards at this point. So we now know casual games and consoles are, you know, very liked. I could have told you that one. Not that there's anything wrong with casual games. Casual games can be fun. Relaxing when you're playing a game can be fun as well, obviously. Today Atapi released their new platform, the ST. It is a successor of the 5200. Okay. I thought that would be the 7400, but whatever you say. Or 76. Whatever, I get confused. I do like how I'm not profiting at all. I'm sitting at 800 bucks. I think this might be the end of the playthrough next episode if things keep going this badly, which I would not like. Or just me pathetically trying to scrape out of the garbage my way out of. Because okay, I've got my first review. Does this mean it's going to do well? Gameplay went too low. But there's nothing I can really pull from. I could pull from world design and content design, maybe. But pulling from one thing makes you need to upgrade the next thing, and it just all gets very confusing pretty quickly. So, I got a 77 though. Bear that in mind, that's pretty good. I think that's going to save me from bankruptcy at the very least, and because I didn't do anything for a while, it's like, you should do some research, man. I don't have the money to do any research, I'm going to wait for money to come in. I did get some fans from that game, so I assume the game is pretty good. It's already sold half the units that educational nonsense game I made sold, so that's pretty good. And I think I'm going to cut the episode here. Thank you guys for watching. It looks like I've barely scraped out of bankruptcy, apparently. So, I'm just going to save up, and I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. If you enjoyed, please consider hitting the subscribe button. I like to delete these just because.